Okay, today we'll be looking at power supply. Yeah, now um, I go by MediaManiac, jack of all trades in the same person, a lot of games. So we're gonna look at a power supply, figuring out that it works or it don't work. So how do you figure that out? So the reason being, ran across a computer. I did another video on that, and I was going through the means of describing what is causing the computer not to start up. In the findings, it turned out there was a bad power supply. A long story short, but exiting the power supply from the system and installing another one on the back end. So is this power supply any good? Or was it just a short or something? Or something's causing it not to work when I want to? And it turns out it wasn't the cord. It wasn't the power cord. You always want to check that first. And process of eliminations, there was nothing on the motherboard, nor the power switch, connectors, nor buttons that was causing it not to start up. Turns out I replaced the power supply and the computer started. So when you're on the back end and you're like, is this any good or do I throw it away? So you can run a test on the power supply and say, yes, it's no longer any good. No need to hold on to another brick, paperweight, and throw it in the trash. What good is something that don't work? So one of the things that you can do to test the power supply is you can test by the means of the 24-pin cable. This is the power supply here. You can check the 24-pin cable. Which is this. Now, on this 24-pin cable, there's a cable that allows you to, they normally say green and black, but when you don't have that, then you have to know which pin it is. So normally it would be yeah, sorry about that. I had an interference with a text message, but in the text message. So, back to what we were saying, the power pin connector. This is what supplies all the power to the motherboard. And when you want to test the power supply, it would normally be the middle pin in the front where the clip is. Or I call it the front. The clip facing you, which is this right here. It would be the middle one, but it's facing you, and then you skip one and the next one over. So it would be one in the middle, skip one, and the next one over. So you will get a jumper. You find a piece of wire, and this is a sample tester, but it's actually a tester, and you use it to, this is the safest way to do it, because you're going to get a piece of wire. You want to find a piece of wire that's coated or put tape over. You can't just go by means of getting a paper clip. It's not exactly safe, because if you touch that, you know, you might get a little zap, might straighten your hair out. That's not the best way to comb your hair. You get a comb. So bottom line is, you put a jumper from the middle pin that's facing the clip that's facing you, skip one and go into the one next to it. Normally, if it's color coded, it would be the black and green. So this one is not black and green. This one is all black. So you take and put the jumper there, and then you plug the power cord into the back. And when you plug that in and turn it on, if it don't come on, then it's a bad power supply. So let me demonstrate. Find power. For this illustration, I will be using the tester that I have, because it comes, you can buy it separate. Some power supplies come with it. I was lucky to buy one and it had it with it. So what you want to do, first thing first, look at your power supply, and the 0 is off. So be sure that's pushed down. 24 pin connector. And if you have to separate on there, you want to be sure they're together. Put a sample clip on there that's already got the cable connected. Let it click. You hear it click. Get the power supply. Plug it in. Be sure the power is behind it. And then, let's see. As you can see, it's turned on with the line down. The line down is on. So O is for off, and there's not going to be O for on. It's going to be a line, dash, or whatever you want to call it. That's pressed down. If it don't come on, you got a bad power supply. So to verify, you find a working power supply. Disconnect the power. This is going to be trash. There's nothing you can salvage from it. You could fix it if you're the electrician. So let's get a brand new power supply. This is a brand new power supply. First thing, be sure the O is down. Now let's get that tested. Jumper connected. This is the safest way to go. couple dollars. Find the 24-pin connector, face it towards you, and it's down on top of it till it clicks. Power supply, power supply. Power cord. All right, now drum roll. Power on. Hey, let's see that again. Power on. Ta-da! And that's how you test a power supply. So when it comes to power supply, one question I got from an email was, how do you know what power supply you should have? How much power should you have? And in reference to a gaming PC, well, you can go up and down. More equipment you have in, the better. The more that you have, the higher the watts are on it. It's based on you got 2 graphics cards, or you got a lot of plugins and attachment. It could be, you might say, overkill, but where you want to start is be sure you have at least 500 just to be safe. You can be cheap and get 250. The computer will run, but once you start adding graphics cards, you're gonna be looking at the computer saying, hey, we only got but this much power, and that's gonna short you for that. It might fail, it might work, but why take that chance? You got a lot of things, just upgrade your power supply. Now, you don't need 1,000 watts. If you got a big PC, gaming PC, and you got a large graphic card, and you want to make sure your power is distributed nice and even, and it doesn't struggle with power, and it could be other uses out of the home where it's draining watts. So it's better to go with a larger one, but all you really need is 500 gigs. Yeah, I'm 500, talking about memory. No, 500 watts is standard. You know, there's different power supplies. You want to go with more likely a reputable company that has a good name for their products. And generics you want to stay away from because they fall apart. So basically, yes, the answer to that question, 500 watts. I wouldn't go any less than that. You can use them lower than that, but I wouldn't use anything lower than 500 watts. Other than that, we showed the power supply. I would show you the other video later. Show that the troubleshooting for why the computer would not start. So other than that, if you haven't, like and subscribe to my channel. I'm always posting videos. See you on the next one. Thank you for watching.